Okay, here we are, Barton level 3, lesson number 4. We are working on digraph blends and 3-letter blends. Okay, so up until this point, we have done blends at the end, blends at the beginning, blends at both ends. Now we are up to digraph blends. So we've got a word here like throb. Has a digraph in the beginning, the TH. It's on one tile because it makes one sound, even though it's 2 letters. Ob, throb. And lunch would have a digraph blend at the end of that one. Nch, lunch. We've got some combo types. So in the beginning of the word brunch, we have a 2-letter blend, and at the end, we have a digraph blend. At the beginning of shred, we have a digraph blend. Now we can also have 3-letter blends. 3-letter blends always start with the letter S. So we have a word like app, scrap, or scrub. Again, this is on or about page 15 in your Barton personalized notebook that you can use to take notes and find examples in. If you don't, everybody at the 20% club will have this or should have this. If you are interested in purchasing this, you can always go to my TPT store, which is listed right here. All right, on with the new stuff here. Let's switch screens. All right, so your extra practice pages for lesson 4, always starting on extra practice number 3. Only one sight word inside will turn this into a real sentence. Tom Smith goes to the shrimp shop. You can circle that word. The French lad did want to splash in the pond. Beth said she hid in the 5th shrub. Brent does not flinch at the stench in the trench. The band sped back to the ranch in your swift truck. And a hog can strut and splash in this muck. Okay. Number 4. Read each word. If it is not a closed syllable, delete one letter or digraph to make it closed. Write a new word, okay? So our definition of a closed syllable is right here. It says that there is one vowel and at least one consonant closing it off at the end, okay? I do not care if there is something before it. So let's look at a word like that. Okay, so I've got one vowel. Let's say the letter A. That's my vowel. Okay, do I have something closing it off at the end? Yes, I can add a T. And now I have the word at. Okay, now if the T wasn't there and I put the T here, this would not have something closing it off. This would, in fact, not be a closed syllable. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the answers here. The word hat is actually a closed syllable. It meets our criteria. There is only one vowel and there's something closing it off at the end. Now the next word, I wouldn't expect them to read it. I would expect that they know that this is not a closed syllable and then they can make it a closed syllable. Okay, so this word is not a closed syllable because it has 2 vowels in it. So they can change this word to be either bit or bat. Either one would be acceptable. Stump, that is correct. That is a closed syllable. Has only one vowel and it has something closing it off. Doesn't matter that there's 2 letters, just matters that there's something closing it off at the end. The next word has 2 vowels. It does not meet our criteria. The way that you would make this a closed syllable is to get rid of this E, and now the word is going to be tap. The next word is not a closed syllable. It has, again, 2 vowels. You can leave one of them and have the word sap. The word trust is right. And the next word is not correct. Again, I wouldn't expect them to read this, but they could change this either to the word set or sat. Okay. And extra practice number 5 is going to make 2 or more sentences by drawing a line between a who, a did what, a where, and an add-on. So Greg and Ben stuck the black box in the back of the big truck. They can make as many sentences as they would like. Okay, let's move on to your fluency drills. Your words are longer. If your student seems overwhelmed, they shouldn't. You can just tell them they've earned, longer words on here. So we are focusing on blends at the beginning, blends at the end, 2-letter blends, 3-letter blends, and digraph blends. And so I could write those. I could probably write those over here. This would be a good way that you could quiz your kid, your student. So you have 2-letter blends. You have 3-letter blends, and you have digraph blends. Those are the types that you have here. Okay, so your student should be able to read these words. Nonsense words, always going to be trickier. We have sight words in this one. And then we have phrases. And this is obviously a great time to work on making sure your student understands the vocabulary that's involved in here. If there's any word that doesn't make sense or a phrase that doesn't make sense, you might try to use it in a sentence. All right, that's it for today. Decode, don't guess. See ya.